Sorry, I'll try harder.
Hello? Hey, girl. Hi, how you doing, girl? I was coming on today
Who was
because
the
I want to
Reverend
talk
Jesse
about
Jackson?
Reverend
Let's
Jesse
take a look at
Jackson.
the
You know,
man
he
and his
passed.
contributions to the
And
world.
so when I was listening to them talk about him, I realized how much I didn't know about him and how much, and I'm not going to say a speech, but how much me, being a Black American, who he did so much for, should know more about him. And then I realized, I said, you know what, Shanice? You may not be the only one. So I decided to come on here and talk about him today. So tune in, girl. We're going to take a look at him, all right? Okay, girl. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey, y'all. What's up? How y'all been? I know y'all heard the news. We all have. One of our great leaders has passed. I will tell you this man lived a fulfilled life. He lived a very fulfilled life, and he did. Someone put on a line the other day, some old stupid ass person, forgive me, y'all know. And the person was like, what are we here for? Don't be asking the most stupid ass questions. I don't know how we know what you here for. Look, what the hell? Anyway, Reverend Jesse Jackson not only knew what he was here for, he did his job. And it is our job for the people who look like him to remember and honor him. So that's why I said, hey, let's take a look at Reverend Jesse Jackson together. So we're going to go over 10 photos that discuss who he was to us. All right? Okay, Black America, you hear me? Black America, are you listening? One of our leaders passed. Pay a fucking attention. Okay, get ready, guys. This is from People, and it's titled Jesse Jackson's Life in Photos. It was published on February 17th, which was yesterday at 12:57. And let's go ahead and read it together. The civil rights leader passed peacefully. You hear me? Peacefully, because he did his job. On February the 17th, his family announced, and this is written by Stephen Singwe. All right. Jesse Jackson has passed at age 84. That's a great age. On February 17th, the noted civil rights leader's family announced his passing via a statement on Instagram. Our father was a servant leader not only to our family, but to the oppressed, the voiceless, and the overlooked around the world, the Jackson family wrote. We shared him with the world, and in return, the world became part of our extended family. His unwavering belief in justice, equality, and love uplifted millions, and we ask you to honor his memory by continuing to fight for the values that he lived by. Do you understand? Honor him by continuing to fight by the values that he lived by, okay? Born in Greensville, South... I'm sorry, guys. I'm using my news reporter voice for one moment. There I go. Born in Greenville, South Carolina in 1941, Jackson rose to prominence for his work with Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, he met Martin Luther King. In the 1960s, after King's passing, Jackson continued to work seeking justice for African Americans and other marginalized groups in the country. The Baptist minister famously launched 2 bids for the presidency in 1984 and 1988, and though he lost, his campaigns are widely considered to have paved the way for Barack Obama and Kamala Harris and other Black leaders to follow. Because guess what? We need someone to follow. He took the role as a lead, okay? To all any of y'all who are having questions, it's time for y'all to get up and put your big boy, big girl britches on. Stop playing around. Stop playing around and being a joke and get serious. Let's go on to the first slide. So we're going to go, the first slide is Jesse Jackson's early days. And he looking good there. Y'all look at him. He had a little suave look in his eyes. Okay, be good, Shanice. Okay. Jesse Jackson was born Jesse Louis Burns on October 8th, 1941 in Greenville, South Carolina as a result of an affair with his then 16-year-old mother, Helen Burns. had with a 33-year-old married neighbor, Nora Robinson. So he was an illegitimate child born out of wedlock, and his mother was underage. So we're not blaming her. When he was 2, his mother married Charles Jackson, who went on to adopt Jesse. That's how he got his last name. Jesse Jackson's rise. Growing up in the segregated South motivated Jackson to work hard. He was a star athlete, elected class president in high school, and excelled in sports. He attended the University of Illinois on a football scholarship before transferring to the HBCU North Carolina AT&T. Okay, now that I'm grown, y'all, I can tell a sexy man. This is a sexy picture to me. You know why? Because an intelligent man, I like intensity in a man. And you see how Dr. King sitting there and then Jesse talking to him. That's intensity. To y'all girls that like them old dumbass boys, you go ahead. I like me a man with a brain. How the little Lion King say, if I only had a brain, baby, yes sir. Anyway, I'm down, girl. Child, I gotta keep it calm. Number 3, Jesse Jackson gets Martin Luther King Jr.'s attention. After graduating, Jackson moved to Chicago, where he trained to become a religious leader and subsequently got the attention of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Noticing his ambition, Dr. King enlisted Jackson to head the Chicago branch of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, where he established Operation Breadbasket, an initiative that encouraged black men and women to frequent businesses that gave them basic courtesy and job opportunities and to boycott those that did not, per the BBC. So he was directing his people like they be trying to tell us today. Stop spending your money as a consumer. You're a person. As a consumer, your money matters. Stop spending your money where you're not wanted. If somebody don't want you in that restaurant, fuck them. Go to a black one. On to slide 4. We're on slide 4, and Jesse Jackson remembers Martin Luther King Jr. Jackson's life was changed when King was assassinated while at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis on April 4th, 1968. Even though I think about it, it's like pulling a scab off of a sore. Oh my God, guys, I felt when he said that. He told The Guardian in 2018, it's a hurtful, painful thought that a man of love is unalive by hate. That's why I be trying to talk to y'all about hate. Baby, who you hate, baby? Baby, work on that hate. That a man of peace should be unalive by violence. A man who care is unalive by the careless. Okay? See, hate is biblical. It manifests. I don't mess with hate, baby. I don't mess with that. I don't like to hear it. I don't like to deal with it. Anyway. Oh yeah, and to this picture, this also is a very arousing picture to me. All them strong black men standing there. I love it. Jesse Jackson runs for president. All right. Following King's passing, Jesse Jackson continued his work. He met someone who led him, and he took up the work. In 1984, he launched his first presidential bid, establishing the Rainbow Coalition, which aimed to unite marginalized groups against the institutionalized justices they face. He was trying to put us together, y'all, mold us like clay. He became the first African-American or black candidate to win a major primary contest, though he ultimately lost the Democratic nomination to former Vice President Walter Mondale. Never one to give up easily, Jesse Jackson decided to give the presidency another shot. He would run again in 1988, but once again lost, this time to Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis. See, these names are ringing a bell because I remember these presidents. Jesse Jackson's personal life. You see how she's standing there with her man? That's how I'll be standing on my man. Baby, what? Baby, what? That support, you know. What, baby? Through it all, Jesse Jackson had the love and support of his wife, Jacqueline Jackson, whom he married in 1962. We're taking a look at his personal life.
Stay tuned for EP
5
2.
children together: Sanita, Jesse, Jonathan Jr., Yusef, and Jacqueline. I'm going to attach them at the end, guys. In 1999, Jesse welcomed another daughter with Karen Stanford, the director of the Washington Bureau of his organization, the Rainbow Push Coalition, per USA Today. Guys, go on to video 2, okay?